Hey everyone, welcome to this beautiful day. Thanks for joining me on this beautiful morning. We're going to talk about the Parkinson's gut health protocol. I am so excited to answer your questions. I'm just going to open my computer here to make sure that I can see everything that's going on and answer your questions. So this, whether you're watching live or on replay, say hi in the comment section below. I have been getting so many questions about our brand new nutrition course called the Parkinson's Gut Health Protocol, and I've gathered them all up and we're going to answer them today. But if you haven't had a chance to ask your question yet, you can put it in the comment section below, whether you're watching this live or on replay. So if you're watching this on Facebook, put it in the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube, put it in the comments, say hi. We're going to try and get to every single one of your comments and also every single one of your emails. I've already been so blown away by the positive reactions that everyone's had about this course. We have such a great group coming through. The long and short of it is the cart is open now. So you can enroll as a student in the program now until August 15th. So that's Thursday, next Thursday at midnight. We're going to close enrollment and then focus on taking our new students through this whole program and make sure that they are successful. So you have until next Thursday, but don't hesitate because there's already some good stuff inside of the program waiting for you. As soon as you sign up, you get access to the first 2 modules that walk you through what to expect and then walk you through the 7 concepts of brain and gut healing that you'll need to know as we go through the course. So those things are already available to you to try out and watch as soon as you sign up. But I understand that some of you have questions and they've been really good ones. So I want to roll through here. I have so many to get to, and if you're watching, just say hi in the comment section below. Nora says, looking forward to this course very much. I'm sorry if the Wi-Fi is shaky. I'm doing this in our lounge because my Wi-Fi in my apartment is out for whatever reason. So just give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're here. I can see about 11 people watching right now. Fantastic. So let's go ahead. Oh, I wanted to show you. This is the Parkinson's Gut Health Protocol. I printed it out, so this doesn't come printed out for you, but it does come in a PDF, and you can print all of this stuff if you'd like. It's high quality stuff, so it's definitely worth printing, and I'm going to show you as we go through all of the handouts, the meal plans, the supplement protocols, the recipes, as we go through. But this is it, and we've been working on it this has been in the works for 5 years, actually, since the beginning of Invigorate. And this course was co-created by myself and a functional medicine dietitian who specializes in brain health. So I think Casey is probably watching. Her name's Casey Farlow. She's known as the brain dietitian. She is a practitioner at her own private practice, Theory Health. You can find her at theoryhealth.com if you want to check her out, or thebraindietitian.com. Either of those places, you'll find Casey. We ended up being neighbors in some strange way. She's the only dietitian that I know who is specialized in functional medicine and also focuses in brain health and healing. So we were a match made in heaven, and she's been my neighbor all this time, and I had no idea. So she recently moved to Colorado. We miss you, Casey, but we created this course together. And this is actually a revamped version of a course that I did a long time ago. We revamped the entire thing, made it so much more structured, so much more simple, added meal plans, added a lot of worksheets, and the workbook obviously has gotten filled out. It's definitely gotten an upgrade, and I can't wait to share it all with you. It's so good, and it's 6 weeks long. So the course start to finish is 6 weeks long. That officially starts on Sunday, August 18th is when we start the 6 weeks of the protocol. There's plenty of stuff in there for you guys to do before August 18th, and then we actually have a 9th module, but that's on the end of the 6 weeks after you finish the protocol to say, what do I do now? What do I do now that the protocol is over? That helps kind of transition you back into life. So overall, there's overflowing amounts of information inside this course, and it's the first time we're offering it. So it is at a special opening day discounted price this go round. We are probably not going to offer this course again until 2020, the beginning of 2020. And in that time, we'll obviously revamp anything that needs to be revamped, and probably raise the price up a little bit. But if you ever purchase the Gut Health Protocol, you get access to it for life. So one-time payment, or you can do the payment plan of 2 payments, and then you have lifetime access to all of the materials, all of the videos, everything for as long as it exists. So it's an awesome program, and excited to answer your questions about it. Oh, look at all these people saying hello. Pamela, Jared and I are here, so excited. Hi, guys. Michael Gale from Sheffield. We've got Sandy Sunderland from Alabama. Looking forward to healing your gut and your brain. So are we. Leanne's in here. Hi from Seekonk, Massachusetts. Beautiful. I think MA, Massachusetts. Theory Health, Casey's in here, hello, and Ron's in here from Nashville. Hey everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. As I said before, if you've got more questions, put them in the comments, but let's tackle question number 1, which I've gotten so many times, and the question is, do you recommend a specific diet for Parkinson's inside of the Gut Health Protocol? So yes and no, and I want to explain this to you because I am going to be frank with you. The truth is that while Parkinson's nutrition research is new and developing and exciting, and there's a lot coming out of it, there is no consensus on one particular Parkinson's diet. So you may have heard of the MIND diet for Alzheimer's, a heart healthy diet if you have coronary artery disease. Parkinson's doesn't have something like that. And honestly, I could say that the same thing that's going to be good for heart disease and diabetes and Alzheimer's is also good for Parkinson's, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit. But what we do know about nutrition is that there's a strong connection between the health of your gut and the bugs that live there, which is also called your gut microbiome, and the health of your brain. And most people living with Parkinson's and without a Parkinson's diagnosis, honestly, have a damaged gut lining and a disrupted gut microbiome. And if you already know this, I'm sorry I'm reiterating the obvious for you. Just give me a thumbs up. But this damage in your gut actually leads to higher levels of inflammation in your body and your brain, and this is what does damage to your cells. In diabetes, this is the damage occurs to your pancreas. In Parkinson's, the damage occurs to your brain. And so with this kind of gut damage, it intensifies different symptoms for different people. For you all with Parkinson's, it intensifies Parkinson's symptoms like low energy and fatigue, constipation, depression, anxiety, weakness. If those all sound familiar, the gut isn't 100% responsible for your Parkinson's symptoms, but it is that thing that can either rocket up some of those symptoms or help those subside by just helping you heal the inflammation in your gut and in your brain. So this is really exciting to me because while there's no cure for Parkinson's, since we know that there's a connection between the gut and the brain, this is called the brain-gut axis, we know that we have kind of this back door into healing our brain, and we don't have a cure for Parkinson's. Again, I don't want anyone to think that this diet and this course is going to cure Parkinson's, because it's not. And I don't want you to purchase and spend your money on something that you think is going to give you the cure. This is not it. This gut health protocol walks you through the 4 phases of gut healing to help you reduce inflammation, restore your gut microbiome, and optimize your brain health. And I'm going to walk you through what those steps are, but essentially it's called the 4R method. It's not unique to Invigorate. It's very commonly done in functional medicine, this 4R method. And the 4 R's are remove, replace, reinoculate, and repair. You can look those up. So this course is not going to recommend you only eat these foods and you always avoid these foods and you eat this for breakfast, this for lunch, this for dinner, and this for snacks only ever. No sugar, no any of this. It's not like that, because honestly, that doesn't work. You are a human being with your own life who likes things and dislikes other things, and maybe is a breakfast person and not a dinner person, or not a breakfast person and a dinner, I don't know, you're unique. And so Casey and I have designed this program to walk you through the 4R method and give you some structure. It's like, if you're doing it on your own, you have a blank piece of paper and you're trying to figure out how to draw and how to color and how things should look. But what Casey and I have done has give you essentially a coloring sheet with some structure. Color in between these lines with whatever colors fit in here, and it'll make this beautiful masterpiece, which is a healthy gut. And that's what we've tried to do with you. So people have asked, is this a strict protocol? Do I have to eat what you tell me to eat? I'm going on vacation, or I'm not going to be able to, I can't give up all these different things. I'm really picky. I have some, or my husband or wife, whoever I'm going to be cooking for, has some really specific dietary requests all the time, and they won't eat pickles, or things like that. I want to give you an example of what this program might do, and you can kind of understand how specific we get. So the first phase of the 4R method is remove. And during the remove phase, you want to focus on removing foods that are known to be inflammatory and harmful for your gut lining. So some of these, and this is true for Parkinson's or not for Parkinson's. This is true for all of us. This is how I eat. And I don't have a Parkinson's diagnosis. So this is true for brain health in general. Removing foods that are inflammatory might include anything with gluten, anything with dairy, anything with sugar, anything with corn, or anything with soy. And we want to start removing any of those things that can be inflammatory. So if you're going through the program, I'm not going to tell you to give up gluten, sugar, dairy, corn, and soy all today. Good luck. What we're going to do is we're going to have you, essentially, we've got some tools and some activities to help you analyze your own diet and choose for yourself which 3 things you want to remove during the remove phase. And we're also going to coach you through which 3 foods you might add in their place as a replacement, so that you don't just start eliminating everything from your diet and then you're not eating, and that's not any better, right? So it's kind of this guided, supported, but autonomous program. And so if you're looking for a program that just tells you what to eat and when to eat it and why, and you don't even care why, actually, this program might not be for you, because Casey and I are both going to ask you to do some work. We're going to ask you to put some thought into it. We're going to ask you to fill out the worksheets, and with the understanding that if you do the work, you are going to see long-term results. This is not just eat grapefruit for the rest of your life and you'll be fine. That's not what this is. This is a behavior change program with a ton of support. So that, I hope, answers the question of how strict is this protocol. I know protocol sounds very, very strict, but it's more of a structure, and it allows for kind of as much as you can do. If you want to rocket it up and give up all kinds of stuff because that's your personality, and add in 18 different vegetables in a week, by all means do it if that's what resonates with you. But the program gives you structure and support if you're feeling overwhelmed and you just don't know where to start. So I hope that answers your question. The next question is, who is this program good for and not good for? I got to say hi in the comment section here. Ben's in here. I know Ben signed up. Ben Chiapetta is always here. Welcome, Ben. Heather's here. Thank you for putting this course together. You both did a great job. Thank you so much. Jamie is in here. Jamie Shepherd. Hi. Hi, Sandy. Hello. Richard is in here. Hi, Richard. All right. Claire's in here. Hi, Claire and John Alexander, one of our favorite authors. Welcome, everybody. Okay, So this program, like I said, this program is good for the person with Parkinson's who wants to learn how to eat in a way that's going to heal your gut lining, protect your brain, and stack the cards in your favor when it comes to slowing down your Parkinson's progression. So this is another thing that's part of the program, is we're going to share with you, what the literature says, Dr. Lori Mishley's work, as well as a ton of other nutrition studies about which foods have been associated with faster Parkinson's progression and slower Parkinson's progression. And I'm going to say right now, if the only reason you are going to join the course is because you want to see those two lists, and you're not interested in going through anything else, don't buy the course. We'll post the studies from Dr. Lori Mishley. They're free and they're available, and you can learn them on your own. Only purchase this course if you want help executing that information. If you know it, but you have problems implementing it into your daily life and making it a habit, those are the people, that's who I want to come into this program. If you're just looking for that information, it's all over my Instagram, it's all over Dr. Lori Mishley's page, it's all over the literature. I can give you all of that literature. Actually, it's listed if you go to invigoratept.com/gut health. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and at the very bottom, there's a list of 3 or 4 of Dr. Mishley's presentations that are open access. If you just want to read it and understand it and know it, but you don't want to make any changes, then go read them for free. Don't join our course unless you're ready to take action, and if you're ready to take that information and turn it into behavior change and turn it into symptom reduction. I don't want you to just buy the course so that you can have that list. It's available. So another person this is good for is someone who is overwhelmed with the amount of information on the internet about Parkinson's nutrition and supplementation. There's a ton of it, and I know that I get questions all the time about it, and I know Casey does too. We synthesized, almost 50 nutrition studies, 3 books, 4 conference presentations, and it continues to grow. As Casey and I continue with this course, we keep finding new studies that we want to integrate into this nutrition program. So it's integrated all this different information, and I know that doing that can be really hard when you're learning this on your own. So we've taken it into a 6-week course. We've stripped out all of the excess, and just given you action items. At the end of every week, I'll get there. At the end of every week, you get homework that's very specific, that takes you along that journey. So I'll get there of what is inside the Parkinson's gut health protocol in a second, but let me get through this first. So another person that this program might be good for is anyone who feels paralyzed and has resorted to maybe just eating a bag of chips or a pint of ice cream because it's easy and they're not really sure what else to do. Those are good people that are, good fit for the program. Another person that is a good fit for the program is honestly a lot of people that are watching this right now. You've made a few changes to your diet, like hydrating properly. Look at this, I gotta show you. This is my water bottle. You know how much I like water. Actually, I'm gonna take a drink here in a second. Water is my favorite thing, and inside the Gut Health Protocol, we hammer home nutrition, and we have all kinds of strategies to help you stay hydrated, because that is the number one thing. So anyway, you've made some changes to your diet, like staying hydrated or cutting back sugar, and you've seen some good results so far, but now you're ready to take it up a notch. So you know how good you can feel with changing a few little things, and you're ready to go all in. You're like, man, I stopped eating sugar for a week and I felt more energy and my tremors were less. I'm really into this. Let's see what happens next. You're a great fit for the Parkinson's Gut Health Protocol. You may also be taking a few supplements and eating fairly well, but you're looking for a few more tweaks to boost your results. Or you also want to learn more about supplementation and get more ideas for meal plans and recipes. And we have a 10-day meal plan and recipe. In here, we're working on a second 7-day meal plan. And I am continuing to kind of chart my recipes. If you follow me on Facebook stories, I'm going to start posting my recipes that I eat during the week. just because we have so many ideas for you guys, and I know that you can get stuck. So if you're looking for more ideas and more just kind of something to propel you to the next level, you're an awesome fit for the Gut Health Program. If this is making sense so far, just give me a thumbs up in the comments below or anywhere. Hi guys. Okay. Dennis. Okay, I see your question, Dennis. I will get to it, I promise. All right. So who is this program not good for? Casey and I talked about this a little bit. This program is not good for, as I said, someone who's just looking for a quick fix with minimal effort. If you're just looking to get a list of foods, read the literature. Don't buy this course. If you want to take action, buy this course. This is also not good for someone who wants to learn about supplementation but isn't interested in first optimizing their diet. I'll say this right now. We say this inside the program. I think module 8 is when we tackle supplementation. And if you're eating a poor diet, supplementing is throwing your money away, honestly. Because if you're just interested in taking a bunch of supplements and hoping that will make up for the French toast you had for breakfast and the ice cream you're having for dinner and the pizza you had for lunch, I'm sorry to say that they won't make a difference. And this course is not a good fit for you if you're just looking to supplement and not make any changes. This course also isn't great for someone who really needs a lot of one-on-one attention and support. If you have a complicated medical history where you feel like you've had multiple surgeries, a lot of allergies, you have, we'll get to different diagnoses here in a second, but you have really complicated medical history, or you're someone who wants highly customized meal plans where you need to be really specific about calories and protein levels and dietary preferences, like you won't eat anything green or anything that once flew through the air, but you do eat meat, but you don't like to eat, pickles on Tuesdays. This program, you can customize it as much as you want, but if you're really looking for someone to sit down with you and build you a customized meal plan, start to finish, this program isn't for you. We do give you meal plans as jumping off points, but we do not do personalized meal plans for every preference and every protein level and every amount of calories. That's more appropriate for a dietitian. And this is also not great for someone who's wanting highly personalized advice. This really requires a medical consultation on your part, which you can book with Casey at any time during the course. But there is a weekly Q&A support with Casey and I. So you go through the modules. At the end of the modules, if you have questions, there's a place to submit them. Casey and I, every single week, will answer every single question that comes through. And kind of the general rule is, if they come in via email and we'll answer every question. How you know if you are better for one-on-one consultation is if you have to write me a book in your email to set up your question. That is much better suited for a medical consultation, and you would probably be better off booking a consultation with a functional medicine dietitian like Casey, because you have a lot of questions and you need a lot of one-on-one support. We're going to give you support, but we can't spend an hour with you every day inside this program. So those are the people that it is good for and not good for. I'm going to check back in here and maybe take a drink of water. Mickey's in here. Susan's in here. Love these ideas. Hello, Mickey. Gayanne, amen to everything you're saying. Watching while eating broccoli, kale, onion, garlic, and organic sausage. I bet you have kicking breath, but a fantastic gut microbiome, Gayanne. That's awesome. Hi, Roger. Roger Pitchler just joined us. I'm going to take a drink of water, and y'all can make fun of how big it is here in a second. Yep, I just did that live. Whew, okay, now that I'm hydrated, yeah, look at, I think this is 2 liters of water. That's a massive thing. Okay, anyway, intermission's over. Let's go back to questions. So the next question was, what do you get with the course? am so glad you asked. So this is a digital course, which means that all the videos, handouts, PDFs, meal plans, everything, Q&A videos are hosted online, and you have access to them anytime you'd like. So if you are a member of any of our other digital programs, like the Booster Program or the Parkinson's Plan of Attack, then you know how to log on to your program. Sorry about that. So they're all hosted online, but you can print them out. So we're going to give you all the PDFs to print out, and that's what I did here. This is what I do with all of our digital courses, is I print them out, and you'll see that there's a table of contents. We've got every single thing, including your homework, is in here. Homework, so you can check off your homework, you can write notes, you can fill it out as you go. Bone broth, my favorite. This is a whole module about constipation. We talk about 9 different strategies for constipation. That's a good one. So you get this entire workbook. You have weekly videos with step-by-step instructions and action items. So at the end of every module, you have homework that's also in your workbook that you fill out and execute during the week. And then the following Sunday, you get a new module with new homework to execute during the week. So it is a very slow build. You probably, if you're doing it right, will feel like you could do more. And that's kind of where I want you. I want you to feel like you're doing everything and you're not super overwhelmed and you're getting everything done in the week, and then you're ready for that next thing. Because what happens a lot of times is we try and go full force in, do everything at once, and then we fall off the wagon because then you have to keep track of 18 things. So every week you get little bits of homework to do, and by the end of the 6 weeks, you've built so much momentum that you're ready to continue on with those changes. You also get a gut healing starter supplementation protocol. Let me pull it up here. So, this is our starter supplementation protocol. And it has 6 of our starter supplements on there. A couple of them are actually just foods. And then some optional supplements, 3 optional supplements at the bottom. And so this supplementation handout has the dosage, the frequency, which brand we recommend, and of course the coordinating module that you can refer to learn more about it. This is a really helpful printout, obviously. We have 3 brain-boosting, I wonder if they're in here, brain-boosting food guides. So we have a couple guides that are, eat this and not that. We have, it doesn't look like I printed that one out. We have a couple, what foods have some of the common inflammatory agents in them. So which foods have gluten, which foods have dairy. We also have, eat this, not that. Oh, the complete grocery list, the complete food guide. So these are the foods that are the best to consume. These you should maybe minimize to 3 to 5 times a week. These should minimize to maybe 1 to 2 times a week, and these you should avoid. That's, I don't have that one printed off. I guess Office Depot didn't do me justice today, but those are some of the handouts that you get, and you can print them out and keep them with you. We also have a 10-day meal plan with recipes and a symptom tracker survey with a progress guide. So at the beginning of the course, this is what I like to do in all of my programs, is give you a way to measure your progress. And the symptom tracker survey is a 3 or 4 question survey where you grade your symptoms at the beginning of the program, you total it up for a grand score, and then at the end of the program, you retake the symptom tracker survey to see if you have fewer symptoms and to see what has shifted and changed. So you can track how effective this program is, and it'll give you some feedback on the effectiveness of this course. And then, of course, we have weekly Q&A videos with Casey and myself, as I mentioned. You'll go through the course, say the module opens on Sunday. You take 20 to 30 minutes to watch the videos for Sunday, execute your homework during the week when it's good for you, and submit your questions during the week. And then Casey and I pop on and make a video to post on Friday inside of Teachable, so you can go back and watch it at your own convenience at the end of the week, or even the next Sunday when you're getting ready to start the next week's homework. So I hope that makes sense. So you've got a lot of stuff, and honestly, we have so many ideas about more things to add to this course that I don't want to ruin, but I promise that it will only be building as this course grows and thrives. So I hope that makes sense there. I had another question: when will the materials become available? So as I said, there are 9 modules in total, plus a bonus module. The first 2 modules, modules 1 and 2, are available as soon as you sign up. So you could go in there, you could sign up right now. You have a ton of material you can already go in and watch. And then module 3 will be available on August 18th, which is a Sunday, and also the bonus material will become available on August 18th, which is a Sunday. And then we'll open a new module every Sunday after that. So module 4 opens the following Sunday on August 25th, module 5 the following Sunday, this time around September 1st, and so on and so forth. And module 9, the last module that opens on Sunday, September 29th. And that's kind of just like what do we do now? So there isn't a lot of homework that last week of September 29th, but there is some activity. There are some activities for you to do. I did have someone ask Carmen Vidal, who I'm not sure is watching now, but because I answered your question earlier, Carmen, but she asked how would the course go with her being in Australia. So when the modules are released on Sunday, they're released at like midnight or the start of the day, universal converted time. I didn't even know this time zone existed until our kind of system told us that this is when the modules are released. But if you look up universal time, it's released at the time that the clock strikes midnight for the morning of Sunday during that day. I don't know if this is making sense. It's coordinated universal time. So for Austin, Texas, which is on Central Time, midnight Universal Time, I think, is 7 a.m. Central Time. So regardless of where you are, the module will be released on Sunday morning. You can, I'll put up a time converter if it helps you guys, but you can look up coordinated Universal Time. It's released at the peak of that day, 12 o'clock midnight, as soon as at 0 o'clock, essentially, Universal Time. This is probably not making a lot of sense, but it's released early in the morning on Sunday. I can't change that time. I can't customize it, unfortunately, in our system to, everybody's time zones. It's just as soon as Sunday hits, according to Universal Time, the module is released, and that's just how it is in the system. So if you're in a foreign country, or foreign to me, I guess, if you're not in the States, if you're in Australia or India, or where are other people from? The UK, if you're in Germany, France, Japan, if you're watching, it'll be released on Sunday morning, coordinated Universal Time. And then you'll have all week to do the rest of it. So I hope that makes sense for you. We do have more questions. Let me see who's watching here. Ooh, I'm getting dizzy here. Pamela says, where is this in the printouts? Is it available now? Didn't see it in the appendix. How do we get the workbook? So many questions. Okay, I see all of your questions. I think there are some questions about printing things out. We've had this question a few times. So I printed this out and I went to Office Depot. I ordered it online at Office Depot and printed it, went and picked it up. They do not put it in a folder like this, but you can get it bound, and they are available to ship it to you. So right now, we do not at Invigorate have a way for you to order a printed version, but you can have it printed through Office Depot. We had one of our customer service ladies, Deanna, look up how much that costs, and it's around $15. I got kind of the upgraded version of this to make the pages a little bit thicker, because I like kind of that heaviness to them, and a really high quality ink printout, and this cost me about $30. So, and I had them hole punch it too, which was fancy for me. But you can take your PDF and upload it to Office Depot, have them print it. You can pick it up, or they can mail it to you, and all for maybe $15 to $20 if you really, really want to get it printed and you don't have access to a printer. Okay, let's see. Back to questions. Let me tackle the rest of the ones that people put into the comments when I posted this. Let's see, it included Richard Underwood asks, is there anything else I need to buy to get full benefit from the course? I think, Richard, I responded to you, but for everyone else, there are six starter supplements and 3 optional supplements that if you wanted to purchase them, the starter supplements average out to be $6 per day if you order all of them. And then if you decide to also get the optional 3, total for all of the supplements come out to be about $10 per day, for the duration of the course. And you don't have to buy all of those supplements. You actually don't even have to buy any of the supplements if you don't want to. That's up to you. They just, supplements are designed to be an additional beneficial layer on top of a really solid dietary change. So if you're just changing your diet and you're not ready to invest in supplements, you don't have to. That's the beauty of this course. You really don't have to invest in the supplements, but if you're ready to, then you can. And you can go, pick and choose a few supplements that sound good to start with and layer them in as you're able to, or you can go all in with all of the supplements. And I would bias on the side of less supplements first, just change your diet and then work your way through. The beauty about this course too is that you will continue some of these strategies long after the end of the 6 weeks, and you can always layer in more supplements to see, I tried these first 2 supplements and I'm feeling pretty good and I feel comfortable, I'm ready for the next level, let's try the next supplement. And you don't have to do them all at once. You can spread them out over the course of your entire life. You don't have to do everything at once. So, and obviously you're responsible, Richard, for the food for this program too. I can't include food with the course as much as I would love to. I don't believe there are any other investments. I think for the constipation module, there are a couple of tools that I recommend that you might want to try. And there's a module on some different resources and different services that I've used and that are grocery delivery services or meal delivery services that if you're interested in trying them, there are links to them and you can purchase them, but it's not required by any means. It's just a way to maybe save you some time and money, but it's not required by any means at all. Whew, I need another drink. Becky asked about the free consultation that I mentioned in my email yesterday, or on Monday rather, and what I had offered for anyone that signed up on the first day of the open course was a chance to win a free consultation with myself and a customized meal plan from Casey. But it wasn't, just in case you have the same confusion as Becky, I wasn't saying that everyone who joined the first day got those things. So just to clarify, if you signed up for the first day, welcome. So excited for you. We are going to draw that winner and announce that in a couple weeks once the program gets going. So more on that soon. Pat asks, can you do the program while traveling? Absolutely, Pat. It just requires you to have some type of autonomy with your diet. You don't have to have complete autonomy with everything you eat because you'll be able to kind of modify things. But you should have some say on what you're eating, and you can definitely do it while traveling. You can still do it even while you're eating out. You can modify and just ask them to kind of change your plate a little bit. But absolutely, you can do it while traveling. Jean says, is this regular food or do you have to eat and drink weird things? I'm not too good with the unusual. Jean, it really depends on what you think is unusual and what you think is weird. I think that's kind of a subjective thing, but it's not like we're going to ask you to eat, slugs or grasshopper feet or, drink pig's blood or anything. If fermented food is weird for you, that's probably not going to fly. I can't think of anything that is really that weird, but that's probably pretty unique to you. So I don't know what weird is. Sorry, Jean. Patricia says, I find giving up sugar is easier than expected. Is all bread and dairy off limits too? If not, what is allowable? So here is the beauty of this program. We know that there are foods that, one, inflame the gut. We talked about gluten and sugar and dairy and soy and corn. We also know that there are foods that are linked to faster Parkinson's progression, including canned vegetables and fruits, things in plastic bottles, ice cream, cheese, pasta. I'm forgetting a few. Beef, chicken, and I think now pork. So it depends on how you hear me say that. If you just heard me say all of this stuff is off limits forever, then that's not quite right. If you want to live your life not eating any of those things just to be safe and you're good with that and you feel good about your lifestyle, awesome. If you want to minimize all of those things as much as possible, but you're filling your plate with things that are brain boosting foods and also linked to slower Parkinson's progression, and then you also want to have a piece of bread every once in a while or ice cream every once in a while, this is your life. Like, you don't have to give everything up forever unless you really want to, and that's going to make you feel better about your diet. But I don't think that an extreme diet like that, and that's not what this gut health protocol is at all. It's not extreme like that. We don't make any foods evil. We don't make any foods cheat foods, because this is your life and you get to choose. You're adults, everybody. But there are foods that you can eat knowing that, all right, this is a treat, or this is not something I should have every single day. And also with regards to gluten and things like corn and maybe soy, you might have an allergy to it now, and you might have some kind of negative reactions to eating them, but once you heal your gut, you may be able to tolerate having some corn chips. Having some corn chips with your guacamole at some point. So nothing's off limits. Nothing is not allowed or evil or whatnot, but we do talk you through the parameters of these foods have been linked to negative things, these foods have been linked to positive things. How can you structure your diet so that it's a positive mix? I hope that makes sense. All right, let's see. You're welcome, Richard. Michael Gale says, looking forward to watching this properly tomorrow with sound. Your videos are always the best. Thanks, Michael. All right, let's see. Let's get to some other questions who are in here. Pamela Jones asks, where is this in the printouts? Is it available now? Didn't see it in the appendix. Oh, the supplement protocol. So Pamela, you've already joined. On purpose, we have delayed releasing the supplementation protocol until Module 8. And we do visit some of the supplements in Module 5, but it's really, really, really important right now that you focus on what is in Module 2, what will come in Module 3 and Module 4 before even thinking about supplementation. So there's a reason why the supplementation starter protocol is not in the appendix, but you will get a handout of it. You will get that PDF when Module 5 rolls around, Module 8. So we kind of progress you through it, because what I don't want to happen is for you to buy a bunch of supplements and never use them. So we're going to strategically implement them. So that's why you don't see the supplementation starter protocol in the workbook, but it's coming, I promise. So many thumbs up. I love this. Okay, Teresa says, good morning, Sarah, from Teresa and Jeff. Alarm went off, but my phone was inside and I was outside. No problem, Teresa. Teresa and Jeff are long-standing Invigorate people. I know you'll come back. Okay, beautiful. So keep the questions coming in the comment section. If you have more of them, I'm going to keep tackling the ones that I've gotten via email. Let's see. Someone asked, are the supplements things that I can buy on my own, or am I going to be buying from you? So the supplements we have listed, you can get all of them on Amazon. You can purchase them through non-affiliate links. So we've just made a list of them. You can go find them on Amazon, get them delivered to your door. You're not ordering through Invigorate, and we have no affiliate relationship with you buying the supplements. We did give you an option as Module 5 and Module 8 roll around to purchase through Casey's provider store called Full Script. And the reason why we gave you the option is there is an affiliate relationship with Casey's, anything you order from Full Script. But we did it through Full Script because a lot of times, if you order supplements through Amazon, you don't know how long they've been sitting in a warehouse. You don't know where they actually came from. You don't know their quality. And when you order some of those supplements from a provider, there are more strict regulations on where they're coming from, and it's more transparent of where those ingredients are coming from and whatnot. So we did give you the option to order through Full Script from Casey if you want to really ensure that, essentially, especially things like a probiotic, are coming from a good source and they're not going to show up via Amazon and, be in really bad shape and be inactive after sitting in the warehouse for who knows how long. So we give you both options. If you don't want to purchase through any affiliate relationship with Casey, you can purchase through Amazon and whatever you want to take. It's all up to you. Okay, so this next question, is this program okay for IBS, Crohn's, celiac, ulcerative colitis, diabetes, and other gut issues? So if you have any of those other kind of corresponding issues, just give me a thumbs up or sad face, or I'm not sure. If you have issues that are other gut issues that you have questions about, let me know in the comments. And again, if you're watching this on replay, still comment. But if you're watching this live especially, let me know. So hold on, I need more water, I'm dehydrating. I know what you're asking yourself. I wonder how many of these she drinks a day. I drink 3 of these a day. And I don't pee all the time because, insider tip here, I add Celtic Sea Salt to my water. And spoiler alert, if you've been around Invigorate for any period of time, you know that I recommend it for you too, and you will be doing it inside of the Parkinson's Gut Health Protocol, so just as a heads up. But, all right, let's talk about gut issues. So I conferenced with Casey, and she said that if you are someone who has some gut issues like Crohn's or celiac or ulcerative colitis, where you've had some type of surgery and maybe you've had parts of your intestine removed, or you have a colostomy bag, or you have to now puree your foods, and you have a lot of intolerances to fiber. Your body doesn't break down fruits and vegetables like it should because your gut has been so damaged. You should probably not buy this course and opt for a consultation with a functional medicine dietitian first. They can help you tailor a nutrition program that's really specific to your needs. Now, if you're someone who has diabetes, IBS, some type of gluten sensitivity or even mild celiac, if you have mild ulcerative colitis, if you have fluctuating gut issues, that sometimes you're constipated, sometimes you have loose stool, sometimes you have nausea, sometimes you have, I'm not sure what other gut issues might be coming up for you. This is actually a fantastic program for you. Casey and I were talking about it, and she said this is exactly what I would put most of those people on at the beginning of our consultation anyway. So essentially this program, it costs less than a consultation, a full-on consultation with a dietitian, and you get 6 weeks of coaching. And at the end of this, if your gut symptoms improve to the point where you're happy, fantastic. And if we do the basics of gut healing in this course. So if after this course you've made some progress but you still have lingering issues, you can always book a consultation or do this program again and see if you have better results the second time through. And of course, you can go through this program 18 times in a row if you want. You only pay one time. You get lifetime access. You can just do this over and over and over again. Those years where you're like, I should really kind of freshen up my gut or go on a diet or something, and you want like a boost. You already have this in your back pocket. You can just go right back to it and restart it. You don't have to pay for it again. So, but if you do have severe gut issues with Chrons, ulcerative colitis, you've had some type of surgery, colostomy bag, this program's not right for you. If you have diabetes, if you are just looking to lose weight, or gain weight or regulate your weight, this is going to be a great nutrition program for you. It is highly, highly concentrated on Parkinson's. There's so much Parkinson's research in here as far as foods to eat, foods to avoid. What's the research say about different supplements, constipation, all kinds of different Parkinson's research is in here, so it makes it very specific to Parkinson's. So if you don't have Parkinson's but you have IBS, don't buy this course. I mean, you still might do well. Honestly, funny story, I'm sure all these people are watching, but both of my parents and both of my in-laws and my aunt-in-law and a couple other family members have reached out and said, I know I don't have Parkinson's, but I'm really interested in your course. Can I buy it? I just love my family sometimes. So it's still a great program for anybody, but it is very, very specialized in Parkinson's because that's our jam here. We love well, we don't really love Parkinson's, but we're in on it. So, Roldan, holy moly, Roldan Julian. I'm so sorry, I butchered your name. Is there a food that prohibited to eat for having a Parkinson's? So Rodan, I'm going to post in the comments after I get off here Lori Mishley's study of the role of food and supplementation in Parkinson's, and it'll give you an entire outline of some of the foods that have been linked to faster progression and slower progression. Again, if you're just looking for the answer to that question, and you're not looking to take that then and turn it into action and actually get into a program that incorporates those foods or excludes those foods or kind of transitions you into a better eating habit, don't buy this course. If you want the action plan and you want the support to do something about it, then join the Parkinson's Gut Health Protocol. This is a perfect place for you. But Roldan, I will post that after I hop off here. Or maybe if Casey, if you're still watching, you could maybe post the link to that course, or that research study, rather. Okay, I think that is all of the questions that I have to cover. Let me scroll through the comments here. One moment, please. Oh, Gan is in here. Lots of love. Oh my gosh, I love this all. You guys are so fantastic. Okay, so here's the deal. You can go to invigoratept.com/guthealth until Thursday, August 15th. That's when enrollment closes for this time around. And if you're looking to join this program and you have any inkling that it might be a good fit for you, please come and let us help you through this because, for example, I'll tell you a story. Are you ready for a story? You can hop off if you want. This is the end of the questions. Unless we get more questions in the comment section below, I'm going to hang out with you guys for a little bit here. If you have any questions, just put them down there. For example, just as far as an example of what power nutrition has on your symptoms and your life, I'm so passionate about this because I believe your body is your vessel that carries you through this life. And my soul is inside of this guy. Your soul is inside of your bag of flesh. And your bag of flesh can only interact with the world around it if you treat it right. And so I only get to come to you guys because I take care of my body. And I can take care of my eyes so I can see you. I take care of my inside so that I feel energized to create these programs and talk to you and get over my absolute terror of hopping on a Facebook Live for an hour. Your body is your vessel. And so every little thing that you can do to feed your cells the nutrients that they need water and they need real food. And here's an example why hydration is so important. If you don't do anything inside the Parkinson's Gut Health Protocol besides hydrating, you're going to see results. I had a client who has since passed, but I met her when she was in her late 80s. She was inactive her entire life. She didn't really like to move around. She had a Parkinson's diagnosis for 20 years. She ate coffee cake for breakfast, drank orange juice, and didn't really eat. She was very, very thin. She was wheelchair bound when I met her. The most debilitated patient I've ever seen, and I don't say this to fearmonger anybody. This was not the typical Parkinson's case. Not at all. So do not take what I'm saying and say this is Parkinson's, because this is the worst case of Parkinson's I've ever treated, the most debilitated patient I've ever seen. So this will not be you. I'm just saying. She had dementia and or kind of progressing dementia. And when I met her, she couldn't even stay awake. She couldn't lift her arm. She couldn't lift her leg. She had incredible camptocormia, which is kind of this really, really rounded posture, couldn't hold herself upright. She was a total assist, which means I had to do all of the work to move her from chair to chair. And I worked with her. Her daughter wanted to me to work with her because she'd heard about Invigorate. And so I took her on as a client, and the most we could do every day was just lay her on her bed and I would help her stretch. And she couldn't do almost anything on her own. If we got lucky, she could lift a cane over her head about halfway, maybe 2 or 3 times. For 12 sessions we did this. And she didn't make any progress because I had recommended some basic nutrition changes, hearing that she never drank water. She couldn't remember the last time she drank water other than a sip with her pills for 20 plus years. I had recommended some nutrition changes. She wasn't interested. Her family wasn't interested. And they wanted to sign back up for 12 more sessions. And I said, I can't. I don't feel like it's right for me to come back here. I'm not really doing anything that your caregivers can't do. But they really insisted. And I said, I will come back if you agree to make one change with your diet. One thing. And they said, sure. And I gave them a 16-ounce glass bottle. And I said, fill this with filtered water and a pinch of Celtic Sea Salt. I want her to drink 2 of these a day for a week, and I'll be back to see how she does. And after a week of hydrating, I came back and I helped her stand up into a walker, and we walked 100 feet. And that was honestly with just hydration. And I'm telling you what, guys, like, your cells are begging you to give them good stuff. And I promise, no matter where you are in your disease progression, your body will respond well. Promise. I promise. I've seen it way too many times. Casey's seen it. And if you're watching this and you've tried any of nutrition changes and you've felt the difference, you know it's true too. So I get really jazzed, and that's my hydration story. And we're going to do so much more than just drink water inside this course. So much more. Okay, Linda's here. Whoa, so much stuff. Okay. Ben says, awesome. Mary Ann, if you have high blood pressure, should you still add Celtic sea salt to your water? Yes. And here's the deal. Celtic sea salt is different than just straight up sodium. So Celtic sea salt actually has 84 different minerals in it that are essential for your blood vessels to function, your heart, your brain, your cells. It's not just sodium, which Celtic sea salt is so much different than table salt. Table salt is just a few minerals. It might just be sodium. I could be wrong on that, but this isn't just table salt. There's Celtic sea salt, then there's Himalayan salt, which I think has 60 some odd minerals in it, which is that pink salt, which is pretty good too. There's also a brand of salt called real salt. But anyway, all of those have all of these different minerals and nutrients and particles that your body needs to function. So it's so much more than sodium, Mary Ann. So you should not have a problem with your blood pressure. I would still monitor it, obviously, because you have a unique case to you. So monitor your blood pressure, but this is no different than drinking like a Gatorade. If you're worried about Gatorade raising your blood pressure, then maybe go easy on the Celtic sea salt, but you should not have any issues. Let's see. Roger Jenkins, hello and hugs from Indiana. Hello, Roger. I hope you're healing well. I also saw that you had a birthday recently, so happy belated birthday to Roger, who is one of our very original boosters. So I'm so glad you're here, Roger. Welcome. Linda Damiano. Why is my husband having bad stiffness in his left leg and foot all of a sudden? He had deep brain stimulation done. I'm not sure, Linda, what's going on with your hubby. That could be bad stiffness is sometimes confused with dystonia. And if he just had deep brain stimulation, you might want to talk to your movement disorder specialist about adjusting your DBS settings. Sometimes you can have really bad fluctuations in kind of muscle tone after deep brain stimulation because you're sending electrode shock signals to your brain, which kind of has an impact, obviously, for better or for worse on your movement. So I would have a conversation with your movement disorder specialist about that. Maybe they can adjust your husband's settings. But thank you for tuning in. Jamie says, can I use Himalayan salt with the water? You bet. You absolutely can. And Roldan, from the Philippines, Roldan. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'll post that study for you, Roldan. Okay, I don't think there are any other questions here. So I am going to go ahead and hop off. But if you're watching this live or on replay and you have any questions, put them in the comment section below, or shoot us an email where you can reply to any email that I send you if you're on our email list. We are on the other end answering questions, and I will be hopping on if there are more questions, hopping on to more Facebook Lives. I'm also over on Instagram doing a lot of Instagram stories this week, answering questions and also sharing some recipes and fun stuff. But we are going to do another Facebook Live Q&A with Casey next week, on Monday of next week, where she can come on and she can talk about her perspective from as a dietitian about the gut health protocol and answer some more questions if you guys have them. But if you're ready to join, don't wait for that. Just go to invigoratept.com/gut-health. Join, get in there, dig into the workbook. There's, like I said, 2 modules waiting for you there, and so much stuff that's coming your way. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't yet, give this video a like. Share it with somebody who might need to know about the Parkinson's Gut Health Protocol. As far as I know, this course is the first of its kind. The only thing that really compares is going to Dr. Lori Mishley's Parkinson's Summer School in Seattle, which happens once a year and costs, I think, like $3,500, if not $4,500 plus an extra $1,000 if you want to bring your spouse, which I'm not saying it's not worth every single penny. I think Lori Mishley does amazing work, but this course is a tenth of that, maybe less than that. I can't do math right now, but it's so much cheaper and you have access to it. You don't have to go anywhere. You can use it forever and ever. I'm so excited about this course. So as far as I know, nothing like it exists, and if you go through it this first time, you get it at a discount, and we're going to take all of your feedback and revamp it to make it even better, and then you still have access to that too once we redo it. So this is insane that we're offering it so cheaply, honestly. Let's see, but I hope that if you're interested, you join us because I'm really excited about it. Mickey says, thank you. You're welcome, everybody. Michael's in here, important topic. Heather, Dwayne asks, leg cramps, salt and water helps this problem. You bet, absolutely. Salt in the water will help your leg cramps. Also, trying to add some Natural Calm magnesium. Natural Calm is the brand. Magnesium is powdered magnesium. You can take it at night. That typically helps our boosters as well. Soaking your legs in some Epsom salt bath at night can also help, Dwayne. So if you're not in our free community called the Invigorated Community in our Facebook group, head in there, Dwayne, and ask that question of the community because they will give you a million recommendations. Our community is fantastic. Becky says, thank you. Looking forward to the class. Thank you, Becky, our booster of the month for April. Ben's in here. All the best. Jamie, thanks, Sarah. You're welcome, everybody. Hi, Chris from New Zealand. Ron says, do you have a basic list of foods to avoid and foods to be sure to eat? Yes, we do. I saw a brief list, but it has disappeared. Thanks. My email. Okay. We will make sure you're set, Ron. It should be in the appendix of your workbook if you've enrolled already. So Cheryl Hobson's in here, also original booster. Welcome, a lot late, but you showed up, and that's what matters. You'll enjoy the replay, Cheryl. So, all right, everybody. We'll be back later this week, but say hello in the comments, and until I see you next time, sending you all lots and lots of big hugs. All right, bye.